In this episode, we are going to focus some of the essential qualities a teacher should have in order to reflect his great personality. Now, what are those? You might have seen some great teachers, you might have seen some great role models. What qualities do they possess in them and how it makes them a great teacher? Actually, if you see, teaching is not just a profession, it's a worship, dedication. Okay, what you need to have throughout the long span of time. So now in this episode we are going to discuss these top qualities, or particularly some good qualities as a great teacher you should have in you. So let us understand what are those top qualities. First quality is adaptability. You should adapt to the situation. If you want to be a good teacher, you should understand the situation and get adapted to the situation. And if you have that adaptability in you, then you can be a good teacher. So you should be always adaptable. So adaptability makes you a good teacher. And the next one is, if you really want to be a good or effective teacher, you should be a strong communicator. So if you are a strong communicator, you will never lag behind. You will go on speaking, you will go on explaining properly, you will also be a good communicator. So in order to make your subject content very interesting and clear, you should have strong communication skills. Apart from that, the next quality which I feel a good teacher should have is listening ability. If you want to be a good teacher, you should listen to the things or content very nicely. You should be a good listener. Unless you're a good listener, you cannot be a good teacher, because what you perceive, what you hear makes you to understand nicely and you deliver it in a proper way. Yes, so if you want to be a good teacher, you should be a good listener first. You should understand what actually is happening around you. Next one is, you should be empathetic. So empathy is a good characteristic of a great teacher. You should understand and comprehend others' problems, their emotions, in what condition a person is going through, a learner is going through. So you should have this quality in you, and this quality makes you a great teacher. The next quality would be, you should get along with everyone. If you get along with everyone, then you will develop a good rapport, and this makes you a different teacher. A good teacher always tries to understand the situation and behave accordingly or deliver accordingly. A good teacher is never restricted, he is always receptive, so he always promotes creativity in his learning. So it's very important for us to understand that a good quality of a great teacher is, he gets along with everyone, whether a learner is smart or a learner is average or a learner is slow. It doesn't matter to him. So he always motivates and encourages all the learners. The next quality of a good teacher is, so a good teacher always updates his knowledge. When I say a good teacher always updates his knowledge, in the sense, he reads thoroughly. Every day he learns a different technique. Every day he learns a different topic. Every day he updates his knowledge, and when he updates his knowledge, he is up to date to the latest happening in the field of teaching and learning. So you must update your knowledge if you really want to aspire for a good teacher. Next quality of a good teacher is having patience. Unless you have a lot of patience in you, you cannot be a good teacher or a great teacher, you can say, because you are in such a profession where you may come across many problems, many situations which may feel you insecure. So if you have this quality of being patient, you can easily get rid of these problems, or you can handle adverse situation in the life. Apart from that, if you really aspire to be a great teacher, you should promoting experiential learning and collaborative approach. Why? A person who employs experiential learning is a different teacher. Experiential learning is very important for the learners, particularly the students, okay, because they learn through proper exposure to the ideas, content and the things. It is always believed that what we see, we learn fast. So a smart learner is someone who learns through experience. Make them involved in activity, make them involved in different types of projects and they learn through it. Okay. Apart from this, okay, the next quality of being a good teacher is, okay, motivating the students and, okay, handling the students well. If you want to be a good teacher, you must understand first the background of your student, from which background they have come, what is the level of the learner, that is what is the level of the student, and then you can be a good teacher. So it is very important for us to understand that if you really want to have this quality, you first need to understand your students, then only you can meet to their expectation. Through this episode, I was just trying to make you aware, if you are a teacher, whether you possess these qualities or not. If not, so what to be done to have these qualities in us or in you particularly as a good teacher. These are the common traits which you need to promote in order to be a great teacher.